This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah!
With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.
Stop. Stop! For the love of all that is good in the world, it was...
Welcome in, everybody.
He was the winner of all that, by the way.
Exactly.
He was the winner.
winner.
I'll give him credit where credit's due.
Absolutely.
If you can get over doing just that, you the man.
Paul White acknowledged it, too. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bad Karma Wrestling. We're in the building.
And Scotty did bring up a good point.
Okay.
Maybe the best merch out of them all.
Oh, absolutely.
That was a really good
The
merch.
Godfather Rizzler. That's a must. That's going to be, if anyone getting me Christmas presents, that's the one and only. That's all we need this year.
I think I would probably maybe even get it too.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Ladies and gentlemen, Bad Karma Wrestling in the building. No gimmicks, Nick Johnson. To my right,
David Double D Dykstra.
ready to roll as always. We got full gear review to go through, Survivor Series preview, and then Scotty's World as always. Right around the Thanksgiving, and hey, it's a Tuesday. What are we doing?
Hey, school's not open on Friday, man.
Exactly.
We gotta go.
Exactly.
There's too much to talk about, baby.
Exactly. We can't just leave you hanging over the holiday season. We got to give you something to chow down on while you're having your Thanksgiving dinner. Maybe, getting some gravy. What's the go-to? Obviously, turkey.
For me,
Yeah.
are we talking meats or are we
Just
talking?
the whole. What's the whole?
Oh, my
plate?
go-to
What's the
every year
must-have?
is the green bean casserole.
Okay. Yeah.
Must have green bean
Yeah.
casserole, and I make the best green bean casserole in the world.
My aunt makes a cornbread stuffing that'll knock your socks off. That's the go-to for me. I like a little crunch in there.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then
Interesting.
on top of that, I'm a child, so I have to make not only my turkey, but I get a turkey sandwich going. I get the whole nice
sandwich?
roll. Nice. Oh yeah, lay down some mayonnaise. Gotta get my sriracha sauce in there. Oh, it's
Oh, I already have rules.
yeah.
Ain't that right, Frankie? What are you bringing me next week? Turkey tetrazzini.
Oh, he's getting some sauce. Oh, how you doing?
That's our boy Frankie the Tanky.
Yes, Frank the Tank enjoying. We got a crew going on helping out Scotty back there. Well, like I said, let's hop into full gear. Tons to get into there. The 0 hour was hot, was popping. The whole main card was good. It was good. I can't say a fantastic a go like, oh man, bring this full gear
Start
this
to
top.
finish.
Yeah,
kind of.
It had its moments. It had its top matches. I think so. But
Oh, for sure.
like we said, we're gonna go ahead and get into the weeds of it for sure. But 0 hour started with Anna Jay and Deonna Purrazzo. Didn't watch the whole thing myself, but the only thing I wanted to get to there was Deonna Purrazzo in the 0 hour match and losing. I know to Anna Jay, she's getting a little bit of a run, but kind of confusing with me with Deonna Purrazzo.
They're trying to push Anna Jay, and I think Deonna. I don't know if it's the whole fact of Deonna gets a lot of hype when she first comes into organization. She was highly touted when she went to NXT. Something happened and she dropped off. She went to TNA, got the championship, decided her britches were a little too big to stay in TNA, decided to go to AEW, started off hot. Hasn't had any really great matches that I can sit
Nothing
here
really
and
to
say.
write home to. Yeah, no, nothing just
So,
yet.
I'm wondering if the shine on that penny is starting to wear.
Possibly, yeah. I'm a little bit confused there myself. Like I said, with the big name and I thought it was a big ad at the time for sure. But yeah, like you mentioned, hasn't had a match that's worth anything just yet. And well, yeah, like I said, the opportunity's there, but it's slowly fading away. So. Moving on from there, like I said, Anna Jay gets the win. She continues her ongoing role. On to the Fatal 4-Way, and it's still in 0 hour. Dante Martin, the Beast Mortos, my guy, Commander, and Buddy Matthews. Buddy Matthews getting the win here. Probably also got one of the bigger pops. I personally would have loved if it was just Buddy Matthews and the Beast Mortos. But the more action, the merrier. It was fine and dandy. Again, a solid 0 hour match, and Buddy Matthews getting the win right there.
What's going on? Are they wanting these guys not to leave AEW, so they're starting to get pushes?
A little bit. And obviously we'll get to when we open up the main card, we get House of Black to open it up. Doesn't get the win, but it's still a very, very good showing, and the crowd was behind them for sure. Well, we'll get to that because the 0 hour main event.
Damn it.
You can hate on it. You can not hate necessarily, but just be disappointed. Call it carny. Call it just that me for those that were also just quick to say, oh, it's too WWE like. Well, they got views and they got it because Big Boom AJ and QT Marshall had a match. Wasn't anything? It wasn't great. Well, no, but it got the numbers. The Rizzler was over. What was it?
Big Justice
Big
was
Justice spear.
Yeah, that was over.
For those that are also saying, "Oh, that's the worst spear I've ever seen," he's 13. He's a child.
Yeah,
He's put on some. He's probably has a better spear than Jey Uso. So let's relax a little bit. This was fun.
Okay, I can see how. I have more respect for AJ now,
Of course.
than when it was actually going on, because now you're coming in finding out that he actually wrestled with a broken foot.
Yes.
That to me is impressive because, like, the moves they were doing, he was coming off of ropes, he was coming off of the top, things like that.
He was having some fun. That was a solid power bomb, and again, for having a broken
solid
foot,
power bomb for sure. Yeah, to win it.
He did his it was from top to.
Oh,
bottom
I
for me.
apologize. The power boom.
Boom.
Jesus.
Boom. The crowd was into it from beginning to end. The Rizzler, we want Rizzler. Oh, that was great. Yeah, no, the reports coming afterward that AJ broke his foot, still finished the matchup, still went out, did pictures, did the whole thing.
They said
went on
he
the
broke
ropes.
it the night before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, did not know that.
And didn't tell anybody.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's even better. So he's able to live out a big thing.
Yeah,
He gets
this
his
was
hometown.
on the dirt sheet today. Costco guy, Big Boom AJ, actually broke his foot the afternoon before Full Gear, but kept it quiet and worked the match anyway.
Wow, what a guy.
I give him credit. Like I said,
CM Punk drops the title after winning the world. Yeah, I broke my foot.
That to me is impressive. That to me is impressive.
Big Boom AJ still brings the boom.
Yeah,
no
it was
matter
a Kurt
what.
Angle-esque I broke my freaking neck moment.
That could be. It definitely is.
And can we...
John Moxley is definitely... He was nervous. Now he's feeling a little bit okay. Now he doesn't have to worry about Big Justice.
I'm gonna say this much. Whatever QT Marshall's doing, stop. You look weird, dude.
Yeah, a little bit. He's
You
lost
look
some
weird.
muscle tone. Maybe it's the vegan, or maybe that's the diet.
Is he on a
I don't
vegan
know.
diet now?
When they start slimming down, that's my first go-to.
It is. It's more of a.
Yeah, that they just start doing the vegetarian or vegan.
Eating clean.
Yeah.
Eating clean, and
Yeah.
I'm having to eat clean
Yeah,
right
you just
now
give
too.
up
So
when you start looking like a soy boy.
It sucks.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's more of him changing, not maybe doing so much heavyweights.
Oh, he's getting reps.
Is
Yeah.
doing reps and doing like stretching and yoga and things like
That could be
that
the case.
instead.
That could be the case.
I mean, look at Chris Jericho.
yes.
Yeah. He's got the Kofi Kingston boobs now.
Yeah, it's caved in for sure. Poor guy. The last thing I'll say with the AJ stuff is just this is they said the third most watched wrestling clip of the year, just behind a CM Punk one. Joe Hendry into NXT, and then I think it was like a CM Punk reveal. So, I mean, this is fine and dandy. I mean, again, doing the broken foot bit. He's gone out there. He said he did the press conference afterward. He did all the social media afterward. Class act from top to bottom. I think this was fine. You can call it, this was very WWE of them. Well, you know what? This is why WWE's been around for 50 years, because they figured something out.
Listen,
so to
if
sit
it
there and
got
say that's
them-
an insult is crazy. So
I mean, it's not like they haven't done this before. They brought in Tyson.
yeah,
So I get it.
brought in Tyson, Shaq. AEW's done this, and then just like on the other end, WWE, you can sit here and name off a million guests that they've had when people used to host Raw,
Liberace, WrestleMania 1. That's all I'm going to say.
That's that. So 0 Hour comes to a close with a big boom and into House of Black's intro, which again, I love that band.
Phenomenal.
That great live performance right there to get us started. And that was the beginning of the actual main card. The AEW Tag Team Champions on the line in a fatal four-way between Private Party, the current champions, the Outrunners, the Kings of the Black Throne, when that's just Malachi Black and Brody King, and the Acclaimed, who little edgy, a little back and forth. The opening rap, Max Caster just whips it at him.
Let's go. I knew this, like Easter eggs as they are. The moment Max Caster started calling himself the best wrestler alive,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
they're splitting up soon.
There was a little bit of that there when he ends it with, everyone loves the Acclaim. No, he didn't end it with that. He's like, everyone loves the best wrestler alive. And like I said, he whipped it at him.
Whip.
That honestly was one of the bigger highlights for me in this whole thing. And then Private Party coming away with the win. King, like I said, everyone had a pretty solid showing.
Outrunners did all right.
Yeah,
I think they need a little more seasoning.
I think so too. I know they're having fun with their 80s Miami Vice gimmick or
for
whatever.
For the love of God, get rid of the Hogan hair.
It is a tough look for sure.
I know that's what they're going for, the 80s aesthetic. I understand that, but
yeah, Private Party, that not a short-lived reign. They will at least have another defense there for sure. So
I'm gonna almost guarantee that they're gonna end up dropping it to the Death Riders at some point.
Yeah, that'll probably be the case, and some just a belt collector.
I truly do believe that faction's gonna have all the belts at some point, all the major belts.
Yes, of course.
Let's put it to you.
Of course. From there, I believe it was Roderick Strong and MJF in the second to start off there, just to have the second match there. That was very, very for an MJF match, for an MJF fan.
MJ did not look toned at all. He looked like he was gassed 5 minutes in.
I mean, yeah, when you're making movies and not out there.
I'm just, once again.
No, that wasn't me trying to make a defense. That was me
100%.
He's not in. Than he was.
He's not in ring shape whatsoever.
Yeah.
And you could tell, and the match suffered for it.
I think so to a degree. Yeah, for sure. It was a little flat just on some ends. I noticed a lot of Roderick Strong knees that could probably end up hurting you a little bit. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. And then to end it with just the arm, with the salt of the earth like he did so quick. It's a pretty interesting way. So yeah, MJF getting a quick under the radar win.
Well, storyline too.
And then pushes it on there.
Cole and
Kyle
O'Reilly coming out, and
Matt Taven.
Kyle pushing Cole down. I'm like,
it's like, this is what you want. You got him. Yeah. So pushing the storyline there. We'll see how that goes on from there on out. I'm trying to remember what was the next match after that. Was it?
I think it was Monet.
Was it Monet and Statlander?
I think it was
Monet
and Statlander.
And that was a phenomenal match. I know, sidebar beforehand, I was kind of just, for the sake of time, I was like, do I skip? What am I going to do here? I'm very glad you said, hey, pay attention, because
she found her Bailey again.
Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to get to, exactly what you mentioned. Found her Bailey. That's a very good way of putting it. This was a very well put together match. If we've kind of been on Mercedes Monet of like, hey, when is your big match? This was
How many times everybody wants to put Britt Baker. By the way, I think Britt Baker's headed to WWE. Just a little side note. Everybody wants to put Britt Baker on that level. And the workhorse in that women's division, other than Toni Storm, is Chris Statlander.
Yeah.
I don't think she's had a bad match that I can think of. She's amazing.
Can I give an honorable mention to maybe Willow Nightingale? I think
Willow too.
She's putting together some very solid matches too. Yeah, overall, I have to say this was probably my favorite Mercedes Monet match in AEW so far.
Oh, by far.
Yeah,
by far.
Looked like they had a fun time in that match, and honestly, that crowd was into it as much as they wanted to still boo and hiss at Mercedes Monet. So it was a very solid match from top to bottom.
You've got to get credit where credit's due, and when they have a good match, you have to give them credit.
Absolutely,
they had a phenomenal match.
Absolutely. I'm blanking. Was it? It honestly doesn't really matter. I'll go Switchblade, Jay White, and Hangman next.
Left a little to be desired.
You think so?
I think there's storytelling going on.
Yeah.
In those matches, and I just don't. I don't like the. I hate when people go down to the floor and tweak something. I hate that.
Sure.
I just don't like it at all.
Oh, when
Jay White gets thrown out or jumps to the outside, and then all of a sudden it's like,
oh! It's immediately. I knew it was immediately a work when obviously Adam goes and attacks the angle.
Yeah.
So I like that it was almost an old school, almost it was honestly a New Japan strong style match from top to bottom.
That to me is very true. You do have that aspect of it.
He was working the ankle while he was working Adam's knee,
yeah.
so it kind of balanced itself out. Like I said, they were just chopping and hitting each other so hard. It was a very nice New Japan style match, which I was going to throw up to you. You think Hangman would have a nice little run in New Japan if they gave him the time, gave him like a 3-month to 6-month little run?
I think he'd have a great run. I think he should be.
He would be so over
G1.
Oh yeah, that could be the case.
Let him do G1.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Do what Eddie Kingston did, but not. He may not advance as far as Eddie did, but still have that. And they know him over there from him being in Bullet Club. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it was in between. Maybe that. Do you want to touch upon the champagne celebration, Mariah May and Minoru Sikoa? Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Boozies.
We kind of knew that was going to happen, and then
Boozies. Although the kick to break the bottle was
the kick to break the
impressive.
bottle, and then the table spot at the end was made up for it for sure. It was cool. I kind of was just kind of.
The fake bloody
Skipping
mouth
through
though
a
was
little bit.
stupid.
Yeah, I didn't understand that towards the end, but that is what it is. Next up, I mean, I want to give a match of the night, but it's kind of almost gonna be in its own category every time, just because it's Will Ospreay. It's Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher.
Nothing else needs to be said.
I mean, from beginning to end, I thought that ending that the brainbuster to the top rope, the sell by Will Ospreay.
He sold that whole match.
Yeah.
The match within the match, the sell, and the beautiful thing about we've said it multiple times. The beautiful thing about two friends going at one another is that they don't hold back.
Yes.
Some of those
were so dangerous.
some of those elbows that Ospreay hit Fletcher with were legit elbows.
Oh, yeah. You saw him on the apron when they're setting up for that the stair spot. He was legit punching him.
Yeah.
he was gonna not work punches. Those were as stiff as could be. And they made up for it because it was an awesome match from start to finish. Again, just pushing. They call him the proto star. They have a real star in Kyle Fletcher. He has the build. I don't know if the wording can always can work itself out.
You can get better promos.
Yes, and then when you have a guy
your
in
best
your ear like
example
Don
is
Callis,
Roman Reigns.
Exactly.
Roman Reigns was horrid 5 years ago.
Absolutely. And if you keep working on it, you keep listening, you have the right people in your ear, you can figure stuff like that out. But like I said, he's got the look, he's got everything right there. He's a full package, I believe. And Kyle Fletcher, this is a great match, and again, never. I feel like no loss really dampers Will Ospreay. It just pushes over Kyle Fletcher to the moon. So this was huge.
We did forget a match.
What?
Ricochet.
Oh, that was after.
Was it
Yeah,
after?
it was after.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was actually like one of the last 3
Meh.
matches. Oh yeah, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Yeah, might as well get to it right now, actually. I think that was the next one. Yeah, Ricochet and Konosuke Takeshita for the International Championship. Felt like it went a little bit longer than it should have type deal. Yeah, no?
Here's my problem. You root for Ricochet a lot.
Yeah.
And you want to see him look good in big moments. That was not a good look. I don't like that match just for the pure fact of it just did nothing to get Ricochet over at all.
Yeah, sure, but it may
you build
not...
him up, you build him up, you build him up, you build him up, and then you have Takeshita really kind of just mollywop him a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like they got. It was a good back and forth, honestly. If we were, I don't know, you can't go. I'm not gonna go blow for blow and say it was like the same amount of numbers, but yeah, I mean, Takeshita just when he hits you hard. He's just built like that. It's
I get that aspect. I guess
maybe Ricochet isn't the main character here.
I honestly think that, like, for me at least, it just wasn't you could tell from the get it wasn't a good pairing. At least in my eyes.
That could be the case, too.
It just looked like they were struggling to connect.
That could be again, with the...
It didn't look fluid. Thank you, it finally came to me. Didn't look fluid.
for sure. Yeah, and I mean that could be the case. This is only their third time having a match with each other. Again, probably the language barrier if there is one would still with Takeshita. So that could be the case. I feel that way. Yeah, it did have its moments where it picked up, but it was slow overall for a Ricochet match. Yeah, I can definitely feel that way. But next up, TNT title, TNT Championship, Daniel Garcia, Jack Perry. Daniel Garcia getting the dub, overcoming everything right there, finally getting a huge win. His first AEW championship, his first title, his first gold in AEW, and on a big stage like this.
He needs to come up with a better name for that move, by the way.
What is it?
I think he still calls it the Dragon Slayer.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
That's a nasty move.
Yeah, it is. And especially when they wrench it back like he does.
That
like
is a nasty move.
Really exemplify. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, obviously, he just calls it the
great
Dragon
match.
Slayer. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you always underrated Jack Perry matches a little bit. While he doesn't bring anything too crazy, he gives you solid
yeah,
matches.
100%.
Yeah, so
he's a great worker.
Yeah, absolutely. But getting into last two, I believe.
I believe so, sir.
Yeah, Strickland and Bobby Lashley. This was at the beginning. I thought it was just going to be Bobby Lashley and
squash match
in and out in the first couple minutes, and then no, so he picks him up for the tease right there. He's like, no, not too quick, and then it turns out that gives Swerve a little bit of gives him some room, gives an opportunity to slide in, couple of stomps here and there. That stomp onto the Spanish announce table was nice and fun.
That was a good spot.
Yeah, absolutely. But overall, Bobby Lashley coming away with the win. Anything to take away there?
I kind of figured Lashley was going to win.
Yeah.
First pay-per-view match, things like that. They're building up the
Hurt Syndicate. We hurt people.
Call it the Hurt Corporation.
You
gotta go
yeah.
Syndicate.
Yeah.
Making it
I think I called it the Pain Company. Yeah.
Anything's better
Yeah.
than Syndicate. It's just a tough word to say as an announcer.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Excalibur gets a lot out.
I mean,
we hurt people. We hurt people.
Max Caster, the next member of the Hurt Syndicate.
I think that's what they're kind of. I think they teased that a little bit during the Fatal 4-Way. But finally, to end off the night, World Heavyweight Championship, Orange Cassidy and Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley retaining, but not without Orange Cassidy giving it all his might, giving it all he could. No Moxley juice, but we got some orange juice.
I was just about to say, I think this is the first match I've seen an opponent bleed, not Mox.
Yeah, I think so. We've seen a couple of times with Danielson where it's nice and clean, but yeah, not very often where it's the other person and not Moxley getting it. Overall from the match before we get into the
solid match.
Okay. I think so too. For a Moxley match where it's usually just, kind of again slower, ground and pound, getting you with a
methodical.
Couple of DDTs. Yeah. It was kind of all a little controlled chaos all over the place, into the stands, coming back, and everything there. Like you said, you actually started off with an orange punch before the introductions even started going. So it started off hot and quick where you're like, okay, we've kind of seen everything. Main event time, is it going to be the same thing? Starts off as different as anybody else has the entire night. So I thought that was a nice touch to begin with. There was an inkling where I'm like, are they really about to give it to Orange? And then, sure enough,
the briefcase.
Yeah, the briefcase.
When the briefcase happened, I was like, no freaking way they're giving it to Orange.
I'm like, they can't. I'm like, no way. And sure enough, yes. Later on, Yuta comes in, hits him with the knee. That finishes it off 1, 2, 3 after a death.
That's going to start a feud between Yuta and Orange, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. I think that'll become a B-side or a
alternate storyline.
Exactly. To that one. Overall, I mean, from there, like I said, a little bit of chaos afterward with the teasing of Christian Cage.
Oh.
Teasing a Christian Cage into Hangman, into Jay White. It got a little messy.
It's going to be a fatal 4-way at World's End. Christian Cage, Jay White,
Hangman,
and Mox.
I mean, I'll like the match for the sake of storyline. It'll be a little messy, but
That wasn't the chaos that pissed me off the most.
no, it was the car smash afterward.
Which he was driving himself. Darby Allin all of a sudden decides, why not? I've done everything else. Might as well wreck a car into a.
Well, that was probably his apartment. He's probably living in there. That's usually his go-to.
I need a new apartment. I gotta wreck this one.
Yeah. So
and then to get out and be bleeding, and then you couldn't even get on top of the truck.
I was laughing. Yeah, he couldn't get his footing. He was slipping and sliding. And they're telling him like, "Yeah, get down."
He's probably concussed.
That's what I thought a little bit. He was bleeding. I don't know what from. Obviously, the car wreck.
He hit his head on the steering wheel.
He could have.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't even. Can he see over the
Probably not. He's a little guy.
the dashboard?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
He came in hot. He came in furious.
It's stupid. If you're giving it to Darby Allin, why are you turning him into this rabid animal kind of thing?
Well, then that holds nothing back. He's got nothing else to lose.
When Claudio clearly threw him all over the place and into things that looked like it hurt.
Yeah. Yes. That was still that spot is crazy to me. But overall, yes, a couple, one title change, I believe, couple of storylines get passed through, and some great matches, like I mentioned before. Overall, I mean, pass in terms of just overall entertainment. I mean, I give it a B minus.
Same page, baby.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
B minus.
I'll always grade it
Great
higher
matches.
because I was always going to appreciate a great match over storyline in my position, but I'll always recognize, it's storyline is
When I
lacking.
talk storyline, I'm not really talking about when it comes to these big pay-per-views like this. The storylines are over at this point.
True.
I'm talking about the story inside the ring that they tell.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if you tell a great story, let's go.
Do you feel like there was maybe too much talking? Like when they're like, MJF does no one cares about you, and like he'll slap you up and swear at you. I felt like a lot of them were just talking. And is that the
Yeah, there was a lot of
an
you'll
AEW.
never be this great.
It's
stuff.
it's the new trend. I know I see it a lot
Trash
in AEW.
talking?
It's picking up in WWE.
Yeah,
a little
everybody
bit
wants
where-
to be Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Everybody wants to be Kevin Owens.
I think so.
Kevin Owens is the originator of trash talking while professional wrestling.
Seems like it. Again, top to bottom, seems like it was great.
Solid.
Anything else
Nah.
AEW wise we gotta dive into? I don't believe.
Not really. I haven't really heard anything. I mean, unless you want to talk Ricky Starks.
Yeah, no. Ricky Starks shows up at GCW Mall of America show. I didn't watch the whole promo itself. Did
He gone. Dude, he's gone.
He's jumping ship.
He's as soon as his contract's up. Oh, by the way,
And then
we
he
do
took-
have a little AEW/WWE news. It is official. Penta's contract is up as of next week.
Yeah, but he mentioned he's just gonna become a free agent. It's not
Nah.
I saw the inklings of he's gonna be bouncing around. It's not.
I
a
think
guaranteed
he's
WWE
waiting
ride.
for his brother to contract to be up, and then they're going to sign their WWE contracts.
That could be the case.
So go make some money down in Mexico where you're a huge star. Or go to GCW so you can get your death matches out of the way before you go to WWE.
That could be the case too. Yeah. But there you go. Full Gear in the books. We'll be talking some AEW sometime soon. I'm going to the Thanksgiving day
The
before
stuff your
show.
turkey dynamite?
Yeah, is that what they're calling
I don't
it?
know.
Yeah, sure. I'll be having a grand old time sitting on the floor, so that'll be fun. But when we return, talking some Survivor Series, previewing that. We got War Games to head on, so our predictions and more when we return here on Bad Karma Wrestling.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
All right, can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
Wear your best attitude. Feel the power. Run towards your goals. Make each footprint count. Believe in yourself. Mark the difference. Just do it.
Celsius, the fastest growing energy drink in America. 0 sugar, low calories, and 200 milligrams of caffeine. Celsius is the ideal drink for anyone who wants to get the most out of their day. 4 distinct flavors: orange, kiwi guava, wild berry, white peach. Drinking Celsius prior to fitness activities has proven to accelerate your metabolism, burn body fat, and provide essential energy. Celsius. Live fit. The official drink of Chad Podcast.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
Bad Karma Wrestling back in the building.
BK Dub. Yeah, actually, you know what? We need to have Frank do BK Dub.
Yeah?
Give us a little BK Dub.
Yeah. Perfect. Love that. We'll get that. We're gonna have to record that and we'll loop it.
Loop it.
and then multiply. Yes,
Yeah.
we're gonna get it going.
100%.
Yes.
That's the sound we're going for right there.
Yes. We are live. Don't adjust your televisions. We are doing this because of the holidays. Happy Thanksgiving, Pilgrim. We're gonna be getting jiving into there. Just talked Full Gear.
We're going to stuff some turkeys.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. Gravy too. Survivor Series to go ahead and preview. We got War Games on the agenda, so let's go ahead and dive in and get there. So not going to go in any particular order. I'm going to go what I would assume would probably be the main event. You know, they're going to probably open with the War Games and they'll end with the War Games, but we'll hit the 2 War Games towards the end.
I wonder which war game they're going to start with.
Ooh, I don't know. But as of right now, looking like a 5-match card, I believe.
So far? So far, 5.
All right, yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. With Survivor Series, how it is,
And the war games takes an hour.
yes,
each.
exactly. So it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be tough. And then obviously utilizing both rings that are in there, it's always fun. They switch back and forth. I've been there for a live one. The one that was in 2019, 2021.
Punk.
Yeah, no, I wasn't there for that one.
You weren't there for Punk?
No, I was sick. I was on my couch watching that one.
Death's Door?
Yeah, I remember that one. But
That
no,
sounds-
I think it was the NXT one. I can't remember. Either way. Yeah, thank you. There we go. LA Knight and Shinsuke Nakamura, the newly reformed Shinsuke Nakamura, coming in there looking all zombie-like. I don't even know. He just looks deathly. For the United States champion, what are we thinking here, Shinsuke and LA Knight? Yeah.
I want Shinsuke.
Of course we want Shinsuke.
I need him to get a push.
We need the Shinsuke push. We will not get the Shinsuke push.
I know.
It's just not going to happen. It's never going to be in the cards. I have LA Knight retaining. I mean, you got Shinsuke in there.
I
for
went
the
with
sake of
my
this whole-
heart.
Yes, I love that. I love
Shinsuke.
Yes. Again, I felt like it was pretty cool bringing them back the way that they did. Just throwing that never really happens where you just abruptly get a title shot and you're just automatically the champion. That's how I used to fantasy book my wrestling figures, but that's not how you do it. When you open up a brand new toy, it's like, I want to put the gold right on them right away.
Yeah.
That's not how the actual company works anymore. So, LA Knight most likely going to retain. I hope Shinsuke just looks good coming back because it feels like you haven't seen him in forever.
He looks healthy.
Good.
That's the biggest thing. Like, he's doing the kicks that he was doing in NXT, a lot of that stuff. So I'm hoping that it's that Shinsuke.
Yeah, absolutely. So Intercontinental Championship on the line between a triple threat here: Braun Breaker, Sheamus, and Ludwig Kaiser. Braun Breaker had a nice little promo that I was sent to by our friend Scotty, kind of shooting it at Kaiser.
So good.
It was good. It was on.
It was
had another
good.
good one?
He did it again last night.
I know. I had to
so
for
good.
sure eat my words. We were texting back and forth, and he was telling me, he's like, yeah, the report was that Braun's going to be one of those guys where never going to be fully heel, never going to be fully a face. He's just going to be wafting in between whatever
Stone
the feud.
Cold.
Yeah, whatever the feud is, he will become the opposite. And I was like, for lack of a better term, I said, he's a little dry. be able to do both.
He's showing
His
personality.
promo
He's
now
showing
is showing me the complete
personality.
opposite.
Yeah, he's starting to have a little personality
Yeah.
with him.
Where he's not just the meaty, boneheaded guy that's going to run.
He's got a
into
little
you.
bit of his uncle in him.
I think so.
He's got a little bit of his uncle in him.
I
Just
would
don't
hope
do
so.
no math, man.
Exactly. I would hope
Don't
so.
do no math.
With the promo skills that Scott Steiner had, and the way that he carried himself during those, you would hope that it would carry off some way.
He talks like his uncle.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does. You
When
see-
he does a promo, he talks like his uncle,
If-
and he wrestles like his dad.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
He wrestles like his dad, and he talks like, which I think is
It's a great
fine.
combo. That's
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly what you wanted. That's why you're glad you had two of them back in the day. But now you got a nice combination of Braun Breaker. I think he retains. But you say no.
Sheamus.
You got Sheamus.
Come on, man. How
Why?
many times is this dude gonna get out of the Intercontinental title? It's the only thing he needs to be a Grand Slam champion.
If that's really
The
that
only title he needs.
I guess so. I'm sure.
Come on.
They're gonna give it to him there, and
And then Braun Breaker wins it back Monday night.
It's in Vancouver. Okay.
That's why Chelsea Green's gonna win the U.S. Women's title.
Yeah, I think that's in line too.
I know, but still.
I know people are already mad because they're seeing it already. They're pre-recording Raws and they're upset.
I'm so sorry that these athletes want to spend time with their families during holidays.
They're monsters.
How dare you?
Yeah, get up there, get in your singlet, and I'm gonna watch you wrestle. Damn it, get in there. Get that ring. Ringworm? Come on, do it. There we go. So I like I said, I got Braun Breaker retaining. You got
Boom.
Sheamus for the sake of his Grand Slam championships. But for the World Heavyweight title, we got Gunther and we have Damian Priest. I got Gunther retaining.
If you don't pick Gunther after all this, they've put Damian Priest so over the last 3 weeks. You know it's going to be Gunther.
Yeah, it's time for a carpet, the carpet to be pulled out from underneath them, the rug to be pulled out. Yeah, Gunther,
Wouldn't mind
obviously.
another little Finn Balor
interference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I have a bone to pick about that from last night.
Yeah, shoot, go ahead, do it now.
Screw you for not putting it on the War Raiders. Screw you.
Tag titles.
Hell yeah.
Who?
Two defenses. They've had the belts for like 135 days and have had two defenses up until last night.
The Motor City Machine Guns?
No.
Oh, the
Finn Balor and
jeez.
freaking.
I didn't even know they had those.
Yeah.
They also went a span on Raw in 30 weeks where the titles weren't even shown on TV.
That's where I'm kind of at the same point where it's like, oh,
But
glad
now
that-
you have legitimate tag teams coming back.
Yes. There's that, but yeah, that was also my big quarrel with like, oh man, they're gonna introduce the women's intercontinental
Screw you.
title. I'm just like, well,
They did last night.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, all that for them to introduce
super
another title
sharp.
to not have on a PLE.
It's
So,
sharp.
oh yeah,
It looks good.
okay, all right, yeah, I'll have
And
to take a look.
Bailey will win it. Or the U.S. one.
Or Chelsea
Bailey's,
Green.
No, they're probably
Yeah.
going to put it on Bianca.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and that's where I'm gonna lead into.
Or do they give it to the mystery girl that's in it that everyone thinks is going to be Charlotte?
Oh, God, if they give it to Charlotte, I'm going to poke my eyeballs out.
Oh my goodness, and that's exactly what we have here. The War Games, the women's side of the War Games matchup. We got
What
Rhea
is this?
Ripley.
What? Let's just cherry pick. No storyline. There's like 7 different storylines going on all in one match.
In this particular
Yes!
Games, yeah.
It's too much.
There's gonna be a lot of overcrossing, and you're gonna be like,
And
what's
unless
going on?
Nia Jax goes all the way to the top of the cage and comes off with one of those atomic butt bombs, I'm going to be disappointed.
I'm underneath. I'm just kidding. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Naomi, and Io Sky.
Has it been officially said that it's going to be Bailey? Well, yeah. Did they? Meh.
I mean, this is CBS. So I'm reading off the CBS
Meh.
website. So. They got Rhea, Bianca, Bayley, Naomi,
Hey, here's
Io
a thought.
taking on.
Charlotte's cleared.
That's a lot of people were getting that too. Yeah.
Hey, here's a thought. Alexa's training.
That's true too. Taking on Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae.
See, now I'm rooting. I'm rooting for the bad guys.
Yeah, I think I am too.
And you know who I'm rooting for the most?
Sure, who?
Candice. I want her to have a great showing.
Okay. Yeah, and this
I think
this
she's
gives
one
you
of
a
the
good
most
opportunity to do that.
underappreciated female wrestlers they have on that roster.
That could be very true indeed.
And
this,
now that she's not being held down by India,
yeah, exactly the
let's
case.
go.
And this is exactly like you just said. This can be an opportunity. You're going to have at least 5 minutes probably, but in between, the next opponent coming in. And so have a nice spot. Have something to show for it because we still play that one spot back with Io Sky doing the moonsault off the top.
That's the only reason Io's in the War Games.
Yeah.
She's the only one that has no fear to get on top of that cage and do crazy poo.
Exactly. It's absolutely insane. So that'll be fun. I have the heels.
Everybody
set.
has heels.
Yeah, I think
heels
so.
across the board. You know what that means? Baby faces are going to win.
Who's going to start?
Candice for the heels and probably Bailey.
I was going to say Io would start.
Well, that's not a bad choice either. I wouldn't mind seeing Candice LeRae and Io.
Probably. I feel like Naomi always starts. Just she like starting Royal Rumble, starting like things like this. I think she'll end up getting the start for the face side, and then probably either Raquel Rodriguez or Candice LeRae.
I don't think Raquel starts.
No,
No,
she probably would get blown up in like the first couple of 5 minutes. I don't know.
she's just coming back. I don't
That's
think
true.
they want to put her in that kind of.
That's true. So yeah, heels across the board.
It might be Tiffy time. I didn't even think about that.
Cashing in on War Games when they previewed it last year would be crazy.
Cashing in within a War Games.
That'd be awesome.
That would be pretty crazy.
As long as there's no wardrobe malfunctions.
Nia pushes her out there when she doesn't want to go, or either keeps her in the cage.
By the way,
Because technically the match doesn't begin until everyone's in there. You can have
cash in.
have someone bring in the referee inside of there with cash in within or
After.
Yeah, that could be the case.
By the way,
That would be a huge spark up to the Survivor Series, which is said. I'm like, it's when it's 5 matches, you're kind of limiting yourself to what could be big. So it could be a big moment.
have you seen the
ticket?
Tiki-Taka trend where they're like suspect and the person's running? And
Yeah.
They did one on Tiffany Stratton, and it was suspect is about to have a wardrobe malfunction as we speak. And I lost my poo. Laughed my ass off.
That's
man.
that's
It
your
was so
go-to
good.
with her. So that's the women's side of the War Games. On to the men's War Games. Again, one of these will open, one of these will main event. That's just kind of how this will roll. And in this
I
one,
wonder which one's going to end War Games.
yeah, we have the new bloodline: Solo Sikoa, Jiki Fatu, Toma Tonga, and Tongaloa, and Bronson Reed.
Which I think is awesome.
He's gonna have some fun.
I love that pick for.
Does he tsunami drop off the top? Maybe he does a big old tsunami, like two tables.
Who'd be able to take it?
Who's taking that? Probably Jimmy.
Jimmy might be able to take it.
Yeah.
Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy's crazy enough to do something like that.
Off the top and give a tsunami, and also Jacob Fatu should definitely just break the cage.
Moonsault from
Jacob
Jacob.
Fatu's doing a moonsault for sure.
Jacob moonsault off the top. I'm calling
Or his
it
whisper.
right
He
now.
does a whisper in the wind. He
That
can do
too.
that.
No.
No, I don't think.
Bronson Reed to break the cage.
Well, Tamatonga to probably break, I don't know, his foot or something.
Tama Tonga to trip over the bottom rope.
So new bloodline and Bronson Reed taking on Roman Reigns, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, Sami Zayn, and the newest member added, CM Punk. What was your takeaway from CM Punk being thrown in this?
Love it.
Okay.
Love it The Easter egg storylines are amazing. If you go back to when he first came back, CM Punk actually did acknowledge Roman Reigns, but then reminded Roman Reigns that CM Punk's the original Heyman guy.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of.
It can make sense there.
Yeah.
I could somewhat get you around that end. I'm not going to sit there and say, "Oh, that's long-term storytelling." No, it's just enough to save their ass and get it in there and be able to make
Good
it sense.
if it was planned that way. Unbelievable,
Sure.
great long-term storytelling, but
The biggest point was what you had mentioned was
I-
Paul Heyman's attire. Indulge. Well, what do you
Easter
think?
eggs, boys. What does WWE do more than any other company out there? Easter eggs.
Go hunting.
Paul Heyman does not come out in his prototypical tie suit. He comes out in a red shirt with a red handkerchief, looking exactly like who?
A little bit like
Solo
Solo.
Sikoa.
A little bit like Solo.
So is Heyman gonna do the heel turn?
That would be the thing there for sure. That would be absolutely bonkers to do that.
And brings out Tyloa
Yeah.
finally to get involved.
Whenever you have the opportunity for
rips
the
the
bloodline,
door open. Whenever, 6'8" monster.
Whenever these guys are around, it's always like, okay, who's the newest member that could probably show up or something like that where, yeah, again, exactly, Paul Heyman could be
Or Punk turns on
the
Roman.
twin. Yeah, I guess.
Just gonna
and
put it
that
out
leads to a Punk Roman, probably not a three.
Royal Rumble?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't want to see that.
Punk wants to work with Roman, and I think Roman get box office. It's all you're talking about with that. You're not talking about a knockdown, drag out, 6-star.
No,
We're going to be talking about this
yeah.
match for generations.
You're
going to
get an 8-minute. He body slammed him in the middle of the ring, and they called it a day.
Punk did great with Drew.
Yes, he did.
I
Almost killed him, but yeah, he did fine.
Obviously didn't kill him enough because he's back way before they thought he was going to be.
Yeah, good for him.
He got into that hyperbolic chamber.
Crazy Scotty.
The Scotsman isn't back yet, so.
Absolutely. So overall, looking forward to it. It's,
for sure. You always look forward to the Survivor Series.
So be the 30th. Yes.
I wish there were maybe one or two more Survivor Series actual matches.
That's where I'm kind of crawling that end too. Of I want the.
You've got a lot of talent.
Yeah.
A lot, and this is one of those events. Their early start time. They're starting at 5 p.m. with the pre-show, which means the actual show's starting at 6.
Probably be over by like 9:30.
9:30. So
there's opportunity, and I know they mentioned this before, where they want quality and over quantity, and I'll argue that you're getting neither, but to some degree, you're gonna get some good spots. You're gonna get some.
You're not
some
getting
solid
quality in War Games.
No, it's gonna be.
And the only match of any kind of substance that could possibly steal the show might be the 3-way.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because all those guys can go.
Exactly, and Sheamus has been a part of some other triple threats that have been knocked out of the park too. So.
Drew McIntyre, Gunther, Sheamus. That's all I got to say.
Yep, that's it. That's it right there. So anything else to get to there in terms of War Games, in terms of Survivor Series, anything WWE news?
By the way, a very interesting point was brought up on a TikTok. I want to give this guy credit, and I can't remember his name. This does add to the Rollins Punk story, too, because now pisses Rollins off even more that Punk helped out Roman.
Yeah.
Without even having them in the same room, you're building that story even more.
Yeah, that's a good point. Very good point right there.
I mean...
It was that. It was also CM Punk. I think it was... he had retweeted or he put something
trolled out Rollins' reaction to him
he
showing
sent
up.
that. He sent that one out. He also put something up like who books this crap? I think it was making a stab at Triple H or something like
It's
that.
so great.
So yeah,
then to see the backstage stuff with Randy, you can't give me 10 effing minutes to enjoy my return.
Exactly.
I was like, it's great.
Just before we get out of here, I'm looking at some news and notes. TNA confirming official signing of former WWE star, the former NXT superstar Xia Li going to TNA.
No, that's not surprising.
Now we'll be going.
Oh yeah, they've had vignettes for her. A
Was
lot.
Would it be pronounced Leia? I think she's gonna be going by Leia Ying Lee. I believe that's gonna be her new.
Good for her.
Okay.
Let's see her flounder there as well.
Oh, yikes! Well, there you go.
She needs to go over to New Japan and learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's lacking a lot of fundamentals.
Lacking discipline, possibly. A little bit. We'll see how it goes there. So that was Survivor Series. That was our WWE side of things. Maybe I'll look in between just in case we didn't get to anything. But I think we basically touched upon everything there.
I mean, Vince McMahon's first project, if you really want to know, is going to be all about his perspective on the Monday Night Wars. How many times are we going to do this, Vince? How many times? It's what Bischoff said. Bischoff's like, it's been done to death. Done to
and
death.
If Eric Bischoff can recognize that, then you know it's done for. So, yeah. I mean, that's.
And let's be real, Vince. No one wants to see your creepy ass.
No, that's a shame. With that being said, Survivor Series this Saturday coming up, and when we return, we're entering Scotty's World.
Scotty's World.
Scotty's World. Hopefully, staying thankful there. Some more Bad Karma Wrestling when we return.
Hey, watch your mouth. Why? I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother. Hey,
get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Where's the boss? Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired! Yeah! Oh, I still get beer.
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah!
With No Gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.
BK Dub.
BK Dub. BK Dub.
Yes. We're getting our fans getting going in here. We got the birds chirping. Scotty's World as we return here to Bad Karma Wrestling. I'm scared as well.
On short notice, Scotty's coming up with stuff. All right. What do you got, Scotty?
It's very simple. What are we thankful for this holiday season as wrestling fans, within wrestling, as a wrestling fan, what are you thankful for? Whether it's the storylines, something in particular, what are you thankful for this holiday season as a wrestling fan? I know I got some good go-tos as always.
3 letters. MJF.
Yeah.
Listen, best all-around wrestler in the industry, and he's not even 30 yet.
Yeah.
Except he wasn't listed as the best under 30 on
Dominic Mysterio just passed him as the number 130.
Wow, really?
Which I don't understand. I mean, I don't know who writes those, but
That is a popularity. Did you see who got it for the women?
no.
Jordan Grace.
Oh, really? Okay.
Second year in a row. WWE, if you do not sign this woman when her TNA contract is up, you done up.
I always like that Family Guy joke. She does look like Lou Ferrigno's poop. She's just tiny, compact. I mean, she could rip me in half, sure.
Have you seen her metamorphosis though?
Yeah.
From like her
she was a
early
bigger
years
gal,
to
yeah.
what she is now is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It is definitely crazy for sure. I mean, obviously, not to get sappy, but it would just be a generic as, just thankful for all the wrestlers that do go out there
100%.
and, put their bodies on the line for the sake of our
100%.
entertainment. They're on the road for however many days, 300 plus out of the year. They're going to these places that they don't know. They're running into, fans like us that, just don't even
geek out.
I can't believe, oh my God, you're in the, yeah. So thank you for going to the meet and greets,
I
dealing
think
with
the
stuff
only
like
one
that.
I would ever fanboy over like that would probably be HBK.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure.
Sean, I'd
would-
probably fanboy over.
It would be like, yeah, exactly. It would be the older one, Austin for sure. Like I don't even
I
know
don't
what,
even
like-
know if I geek over Austin, man.
Sure, you really?
Yeah. Austin just seems like
I would just give him a hell yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah. I would just just
Strike
give him
that.
the
I'd
middle
geek
finger.
over Taker.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd geek over Taker. Did you see he has Hornswoggle on his podcast this
No,
week?
I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't talk about cucumbers in front. He hates cucumbers
yeah.
apparently.
He hates talking about cucumbers because it got blown out of proportion is what it is.
Something like that. Yeah, no, simply.
That's
it's-
all you got for us today, man?
Yeah, no, it was nice and light. Yeah,
It's a holiday.
Get us out of here nice and early, nice and easy. I am thankful. But again, I am thankful for you, obviously, for getting us together, having this
this is
show.
great.
Thankful for
I
our
love
boys back
this,
there,
yeah.
helping us out each and every week. Scotty came up on it. I mean, I texted him yesterday. He's like, "I got stuff to do." I'm like, You want to do a show?" He's like, "All right, I'll do stuff later." So I can appreciate that. Obviously, he's in here every single time.
I'll say this much. I'm a little thankful for the actual professional wrestling that's going on in AEW.
Yeah.
Great, solid matches. Like I said, are they trying to take WWE out of business? No. They're smart enough to realize that WWE is always going to be that thing.
Yeah, I think so.
But are they giving us an alternative? 100%.
And you know what? It's gonna still be like just figuring it out. They're gonna figure out their lane. They know what they excel at. They're still dealing with
5 years.
It's going on 6. Yeah, it'll be 5.5. Yeah.
I remember WWE in the 80s. The only reason they skyrocketed the way they did was because of one entity and one entity only.
It'd be very hard to sit there and tell me that they did it year 3, year 4. You're gonna sell out Wembley.
Yeah.
WWE was not going to do that in year 4 of their existence. They could do it now for sure.
Yeah.
Obviously, and where they've done it before, they're going to do it. They'll do it again. But for AEW to overcome what they have, and exactly that would be what I'm also thankful for. The level-headed fans that can sit there and be like, hey,
I can watch both.
Yeah, do that. Not sit there online and bicker about every single thing. And to those that just enjoy wrestling, that's what we're all really truly thankful for. Because again, the people that want AEW to die, crazy, because that just means you want less wrestlers to be involved. You want less wrestling.
less wrestling. Guys being
Out of a job.
educated to being jobbers in the WWE.
Yeah.
Who were main time stars in other places. Yeah,
It's insane. So thankful as always to the fans as well that get around, like, sharing, subscribing, doing all that fun jazz on the BKW side of things.
Do you know who else I'm thankful for?
Sure.
Joe Hendry.
You get that out of me because it was so good. So well timed. But there you go. I think that's going to be today's episode, today's holiday-themed episode, Thanksgiving. Everyone go out there, enjoy your holiday season. Make sure you're nice, safe,
Food
sound.
coma.
Yes. No need to go out there and do anything crazy. Just get
go
in,
Detroit.
Watch some football. Watch it now. Watch it. Relax. Yeah. At the very least, the Bears are covering the
Hey,
team.
I will say this much. I was I have gone out on a limb on our show, Blow the Whistle, and said that the Bears will not win another game the rest of the season.
They probably won't be favored. So,
but I did find myself rooting for them when that onside kick happened. I was like, all right, if you're going to win a game, this would be the one to win, and it'd be awesome. And I'd be happy for you.
But it ended with a Seth Rollins "I hate football" tweet. So that's how that's gonna end. Yeah, Seth Rollins tweets, Seth Rollins football tweets. There you go. So everybody here from Bad Karma Wrestling and everybody at home, thank you. We're thankful for you. Enjoy the holiday season. Take care, and we'll see you.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.